AMC's The Walking Dead used to be one of the greatest shows on television. Not so much anymore. Around the halfway point of Season 7, the show really began to go downhill. Let's examine why that is. One of the first major problems of this show is the oversaturation of characters and locations. Come Season 9, we're given a total of 7 locations: Alexandria, the Hilltop, Oceanside, the Kingdom, the Garbage People, the Saviors, and finally, the Highwaymen. Besides the main 3, the other communities are really useless and underdeveloped, adding nothing to the overall story and giving us little insight on the community itself and the people within it. The Highwaymen are around for almost an episode, the Oceanside is completely useless and does nothing this entire story, and the Garbage Pail People are the most annoying side story in the entire show. And the characters they do decide to focus on within these communities are boring as shit. The Walking Dead has a bad habit of taking these side characters who can't carry their own episode and giving them more screen time than our main cast. Most of the time, these side characters usually end up dying. That's why they get the extra screen time, so you can have some fake connection to them before they die. For example, Henry from the Kingdom. He gets a really big focus on the first half of Season 9. And although he has a strong connection to Carol, we should be seeing the connection from Carol's point of view and not his. He's a boring replacement for Carl, who dies at the mid-season. Although characters like Beth and Tara have been with the group for a while, they are not capable of carrying their own episodes, and any episode that focuses on them really drags, giving us the worst episodes within the entire show. Another group of characters that are completely out of place, and I don't know why they get such a huge focus, is this group of old people from Hilltop. And I do admit, I do like this guy a little, I do like how they did his death, but still, they get too much focus for what they are. Another huge problem with The Walking Dead is repetition. The repeating of character arcs and locations. Throughout the show, we see every major location our group has ever inhabited get blown up.
Bombs away!
We also have the problem of circular character arcs, where one character goes from not wanting to kill to wanting to kill to not wanting to kill again, and it just keeps happening over and over, their character not progressing at all, but going in this endless loop.
You just die!
Because all life is precious, Daryl.
It doesn't have to be this way. You can turn back and you can go home. Nobody has to get hurt.
We also get the repeated character arc of a badass character not wanting to kill and then end up dying for it.
I won't.
Stay back! Drop your weapons. That's how it could be.
We also get the repetition of the same moral that we had in Season 2 with Dale, of is it right to kill or is it not? We have it happen over and over again to points where it gets our characters into stupid situations.
Wait.
For what?
He has his hands up, Tara.
The Walking Dead also has repetitive pacing. Each season is paced exactly the same. You have the first episode where something happens, filler all the way to the mid-season, and then the mid-season premiere, and then you continue on with filler all the way up to the finale. You can tell what happens in an entire Walking Dead season by just watching those 4 episodes. And some people might call those filler episodes character studies, which they kinda are, but there's not enough within these character study episodes to actually progress the plot. Besides Daryl, Carol, and Negan, all the major characters are pretty much written off the show. And any of the characters that we liked that were left were brutally character assassinated, and we're now focusing on new characters that we have no connection to. Eugene's character is assassinated when he decides to join Negan, and although it's in his character to join because he's cowardly, he joins more out of a fascination and the free stuff he was getting than actually being scared of Negan himself. Rosita's character is also assassinated, going from a really badass chick to kind of a slut. She gets what almost every major guy character within the show. After starring in her failing show and having to come back, Lauren Cohn comes back worse than ever. I don't know what happened, but she has absolutely no personality now, and she's trying to do this badass chick thing that is just not working. Both Father Gabriel and Aaron are now main characters, and despite giving more screen time, they still get no more depth than they had before.
Peanut butter, meat jelly.
That's awesome. Good on you.
Not every new character and villain are awful. I quite like the grown-up Judith Grimes. She's more mature and a better replacement than Chandler Riggs. I also like Beta. He comes off really scary and intimidating. The guy is huge. Some of the characters I'm not too fond of is Alpha. Alpha is really annoying, and I don't think she's an intimidating villain at all. Also, Sadiq is not the best character. He doesn't really do much, and he causes the death of Carl, unfortunately. Besides Magna and Connie, I don't really like the rest of that group. And characters like Aiden and Mary, wow, I can't believe I just remembered her name, Mary, have little personality whatsoever. A lot of the characters we love are written off in stupid ways. Rick Grimes should have never left the show to make his own movies. The show should have ended with Rick. Carl is also written off in a stupid way after getting bit trying to kill a couple zombies that he didn't have to kill. Morgan's one of my favorite characters and is stupidly written off to go to Fear the Walking Dead. I, for one, am happy AMC's The Walking Dead is finally coming to an end, and hopefully they can end it on a high note and bring the show back to the glory it once was. After the horrible extended season previous and the premiere episode of this season, I'm not too optimistic.